Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in for this bi-weekly video. And with me is Dr. Marjorie Jenkins, who's our Vice President for Health Affairs and also the Dean of the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. Marjorie, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you, sir.
Yep, and now 5 months into your stay here at UND.
Yeah, actually I'm into my 6th month at May, but I landed here January 6th, which was a very warm day, as January tends to be in Grand Forks.
Right, yeah, right. Those nice warm winter days.
I know.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself and
Yes.
and what brought you here to UND. A little bit about your career that got you here.
Sure. Well, I started out as a chemical engineer. Met my husband Steve of 33 years in Tennessee, and then we moved on to Cincinnati. I'm an internal medicine physician. I moved into academics in Texas, and then went to the FDA for a few years in the federal landscape, and moved to South Carolina last to become the Dean of the University of South Carolina School of Medicine and Chief Academic Officer of a big health system there. And then I got a call from a recruiter about this awesome job, but she would not tell me where it was until she told me how awesome the job was. So I loved the description of the job. And then she said, I said, where is it? And she said, Grand Forks, North Dakota. And I had to look on my phone for the map to say, I know it's north, but it's really north.
That's way north, yeah.
But you know what? I couldn't say no. You know, I'm faith forward. And so I really felt like I was being led to apply. And I'm so thankful to be here. I really love this job and I love the people.
Yeah. So your initial impressions. So again, you're in your 6th month, and certainly when you showed up physically on campus in January, but also over the course of the spring semester, your initial impressions are?
You know, I just have to say the people are so warm and welcoming. And our students are awesome. Our faculty and staff, I followed a legacy leader in Dr. Josh Wynn, and so he left it in great stead, and I'm just coming in and just still learning about, every time I come in, every day I learn something new about how wonderful the footprint and the impact of our school is. And actually, this job and the people make me a better leader.
And in fact, one of the biggest points of pride, of course, is as we lead our students out into the world. We just had the medical school, the physician commencement about 2 weeks ago, and then the general commencement and graduate students just this past weekend. So I know that's in your first year, it's always great to celebrate those big things.
Yeah, so I didn't have a OT or PT or PA at my last med school, and so being able to join those ceremonies and really celebrate with those students and just celebrate with their families. I know they're also excited to be finished and entering the workforce.
Yes. So you started in December, and we had 1 month in preparation to get ready for the legislative session.
Yes, sir.
And you really made your mark, and you made a mark for the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. Tell us about that whole experience and what you observed through the legislative session.
Well, first, I feel like I just picked up the football 3 inches from the goal and ran it into the end zone. So that's sort of how I see my role here. But we have such a great team here with those in your office, with our advisory council members, senators, and representatives. It really was, busy, but the legislators really support and appreciate their medical school. And I love that they just keep telling me that we are North Dakota's medical school, and that just sort of drove every message that I gave and every conversation that I had in Bismarck was, we are North Dakota's medical school. We're here to take care of the people. And that's, just sort of my starting point for everything I do.
Yeah, and what really strikes me whenever I participate in your school's activities is the word profession, and the fact that each of these disciplines has professional obligations as they heal others and take care of others. And so you're the leader of this great organization of professionals and interprofessional education. And so tell us a little bit about your philosophy of how do you lead this vast group of people to get them ready?
You know, I actually sort of follow most of them because they do such a great job, and I find that just open communication, making sure people are heard, I think is really important. And since you mentioned profession, you know, we do the Hippocratic Oath at the MD ceremony as well as professional oaths at the others, but my first Hippocratic Oath was during COVID, and the students had never seen a COVID patient or laid hands on them, yet they were going to the front lines of COVID at the pandemic. And so that was really when the full weight of being the dean of a medical school really felt, I felt the weight of that commitment. And I have children, 3 children in their 20s, and so it really touched my heart, the gravity of this role. I never take it for granted every day, but I will also say that after that really heavy story and where I just mentioned COVID, I will say that I come out every day, I'm walking to my car, and I have a smile on my face. And that is just, if you can do that, like, you will never work another day in your life.
So that sense of commitment to your students, there's also opportunities to connect more broadly to the city of Grand Forks, to the state of North Dakota. So tell us a little bit about that engagement and your plans for being that connector. Yeah,
so I made it to all of our campuses in the first few months, and so I'll be making a tour of the state and going around to meet people in communities. We have alumni in the majority of communities in North Dakota, so I'm excited to go around and meet our alumni. I'm excited to meet our legislators when they're not doing that big heavy lift of 80 days of the legislative session, and just listen to them and what they want from the next era, the future of their medical school. I just want to sort of hear that and celebrate some stories. I always hear such great stories from our alumni. Some of our alumni who tell me they were born at St. Mike's, which was Columbia Hall, was the old med school, and so it's just fascinating to kind of hear that and connect with them. And again, even though they had Dr. Wynn for 16 years, they have been so warm and welcoming to me. So we're going to take this show on the road over the next few months and go across the state and meet people all the way out west and southwest. And so I'm just excited. I've never even been farther west than Minot and Bismarck.
Well, lots of opportunities to spend the summer doing that, and then into the fall as well. And I know things get busy again in July, right? So, so the new medical students will come in, and a chance to create more of those stories that you talked about your alumni having.
Yes.
Those are going to be created here as well. So
they are.
So Dr. Jenkins, Marjorie, thank you so much for joining me and for sharing your story with today's viewers. And thanks for tuning in again. And this is airing the week before Memorial Day, and there's a number of activities on campus. Keep your eyes out for a big dedication ceremony that's happening in front of the new Hyslop at Memorial Village. There's a great World War I memorial that's being dedicated coming up, and so hopefully you can participate in that one too. And if we can, we'll put in the notes to this video, we'll have the exact date and time and location of that event. So until next time, we wish you well. Have a great week.